Round of applause to Zororo-Phumulani and everybody that's actually managed to put all this together. Please, let's give them a round of applause. You know, I was thinking to myself, when I was young, I wish there was a Zororo-Phumulani in my life. You know, I think if we look back and you think whatever generation you're in now, if you had a Zororo-Phumulani in your life and somebody's there and they're coming there to make your life a little bit easier, I think it's one thing that we would all love and look forward to and really appreciate. So we want to really thank you guys for doing that. But before we go any further, just some quick house rules. This is a non-smoking venue. And if you would like to smoke, you have to go out the door on the red carpet and then across the road, and then you have to catch the Gau train and then catch a bus and then another taxi, and then just ask after the third robot. That's where the smoking area is. So you can tell I'm trying to get you to quit if you do smoke. So if you do smoke, out the building, please, and then across from the building. The bathrooms are out the same door, and then just the last passage on your right-hand side is where you find the gents, the first door on your left, and the ladies is the last door on your right-hand side. In case of an emergency, ladies, if you're wearing heels, this is not the time to show us your red bottoms. It is the time to take off your heels. Hold them in your hand. Please don't run. We exit together out this door here. Turn to your right and out the main entrance, and then walk to your right-hand side. You'll find our emergency gathering point is there. If you do forget anything I've said, please, you're welcome to ask me, or you can test the person next to you to see how well they did in school and say, do you remember everything this guy with the big eyes has just said? Then that'll let you know if you're sitting next to somebody who's intelligent. But I love to meet people before we start events like this, because usually right at the beginning of the event, everyone is very, serious, and everyone's sitting a little bit uptight, and they're wondering what's going to happen next. So before, I always like people to relax and calm down, and I love to meet people, and I love to come and chat with people. So don't worry, I'm not picking on you when I come to you. It's just so we can get the show going. Who are you texting, my friend? Are you telling them, yo, it's happening here today? Hey, how are you doing, young man?
Yeah, I'm doing well. And you?
Fantastic, fantastic stuff. What is your name?
Joel.
Your voice is bigger than you, eh? If you close your eyes and you listen to this young man, it's not going to look the same, right? How are you? Are you here as one of our students today?
Yes.
That is really cool. That means you're leaving here with a laptop, possibly.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You're trying to keep it down inside, aren't you? But inside, you're like, yo, laptop. I'm sure you've even put together your password. You know what your password and your username is already, eh? Awesome. Come, let's give you a round of applause, eh? Awesome stuff. Welcome. Hi there. How are you?
I'm great.
Fantastic. What's your name?
Prosper.
Prosper. Where are you from, Prosper?
From Nije.
From where?
Zim.
From Zim. Me too, man. Where in Zim are you from?
Masingo.
In Masingo. I wish I had a Masingo joke, I used to know a lot of Masingo jokes. One thing I know about Masingo, it's really hot. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you are also dark like me, And we could pass off as guys from Nigeria because Masingo's hot. Come, let's give our brother a round of applause for Masingo. Anyone else from Masingo? Muriko Ere Masingo, are you in the building? You see, I told you it's really hot in Masingo. You see how dark this guy is? You only get this dark if you're from Masingo. Everyone agrees here. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Awesome stuff. Welcome today. Tell me one thing you're looking forward to today's event.
I want to celebrate for my child.
Yes, thank you so much. Come, let's give him a round of applause. Well, without wasting any more time, I hope you're feeling a bit more relaxed now and excited. Is that all right? Yes, because we're here to celebrate the children, and we're here to make sure that, we equip them with the right skills and the right equipment that they need for their future, because we really do believe in our theme for today that the children are our future. I'd love to introduce you to our theme song, which has got those lyrics in them. We're going to put the lyrics on the screen because we really want you to sing along with us. Is that okay? This is where I want to test your karaoke skills. Do you know karaoke? All the older people are like, what is going on here? We were not here to sing. But today I want to test your voices. So let's get the lyrics onto the screen. And we're going to introduce you to our theme song. Our theme song has got that one tagline that I was speaking about today where we said the children are our future. So we want to just really press this theme song onto your hearts so that even when you leave here, you'll be singing this song and you'll remember what a good day it is. Because we want today to be a memorable day. We want it to be a wonderful day. as we really equip our children. So our theme song is Whitney Houston's The Greatest Love of All. So we're going to just jump into this track for a couple of verses and a couple of tracks. I think especially when we've gotten our tagline there. So thank you so much to our technical team. Let's get going with this song. I'm going to be coming with the microphone, and I want to hear you sing along. This is the part where you must have fun, especially you young people. Don't be shy. Don't worry. I'm not going to go to the microphone to the older people. Today is your day, okay? So I'm going to come to the young people. Please sing along with me. If I come with the microphone to you, make sure you drop me a line there as it comes on screen. I'll whisper in your ear. Don't worry. You won't get lost. Let's have a listen. Who wants to start? Who thinks they've got like a beautiful voice? You are nodding. You said, yes, 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 yes. So we'll start here, okay? Are you ready? Come, you'll sing with me. Are you going to start with me? We have to. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see. With our future, teach them well and let them lead the way.
Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Come on, sing along. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. All right, this guy knows the song. Come, brother. Are you ready? Remind us how
I
we
used to be.
Everybody's searching for a hero. People need
need
someone to look up to. Let's come to Mamzo here. I heard someone singing.
I never found anyone
To be and so to be. So I learned
to depend on me. I all along never ought to.
Are we coming here? Let me see. Who's got these lyrics down? Who's got these down? That corner. I'm looking for the millennials. You know, the millennials who got this one down. Take from me, they can't take away my
My dignity because the greatest love of all is happening to me.
Yes, girl. Let's go.
I found the greatest love.
Greatest love of all inside of me. This table, what's happening here by this table? Anyone? This table is like, no, 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 no. All right, thank you so much. Come, let's give everybody who sang a round of applause. So, I think if you're born later than after 1995, or if you're born like after 1999, this song might just have gone pew. But I think if you're born in my time, like 1970s, going into the 80s, you know this song, right? So that's our theme song. We really want you to remember it. We're going to be playing it throughout this afternoon because we really do believe in that line that says that we believe our children are the future. I'd like to invite onto stage our operations director, Mr. Brian Makunike, who is going to do our opening remarks this afternoon. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Okay, I'll use this one. Thank you, Leroy. Good afternoon, everyone. Mine is just a small part to play. We'd like to welcome all the young people, the matriculants, the one that did well and that deserve all the laptops that are over there. But before we go into today's proceedings, I really want to recognize a few dignitaries that are here with us. I'll start with our guest of honor from the Department of Education. And I've been trying to learn the name here. So let me, Mr. Michael Adendorf, please stand. Because I'm holding the mic, I also get to ask the ambassador to stand, the ambassador of the Republic of Zimbabwe to South Africa, Mr. Amadziripi, Dr. Amadziripi. And with him is the Consular General, Melody Chaurura. And I would also want to do a special recognition, and also you see him later on, but our CEO, Mr. Edwin Anderson. Then amongst us, we have pastors. I don't have all their names here, but what I'm going to do, so that we start on a good note, I'm just going to ask Bishop Nduna to come and give us an opening prayer so that we may proceed.
Heavenly Father, we want to thank you. We give you all the glory. You are mighty. You are a loving God, full of kindness and joy. We are here, Lord God. We need your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, especially the spirit of rejoicing, that we should continue rejoicing with everything that is going to take place here. Father, we bless this function. In the name of Jesus, we thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Bishop. Leroy, I'm just going to speak for one more minute. At Zororo-Phumulani, we are a planning company, and we know that we say the children are our future. But a wise man also once told me that you cannot always give these young people the future that you wish for them to have or that they desire, but you can always help make them plan for whatever future they come across. And this is really the compelling reason why we desire to invest greatly into education, because we believe, though we're an insurance company, we believe that education is the best insurance. Leroy, you may come. That was 30 seconds, right? All right, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That is Mr. Brian Makunike, who is the operations director. I want to move on swiftly into our program. I'm going to call on Zororo-Phumulani Mzemba, who's going to recite to us some of Nelson Mandela's quotes on education. Come, let's give her a nice big round of applause.
Loved by many and cherished by all, our own Nelson Mandela left the nation weeping. The nation was in tears, ladies and gentlemen, but he did not leave us in tears alone. Nelson Mandela left us wise words that if we put them into action, we can make the world a better place. Salutations of the day to you all, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zororo-Phumulani Mzemba Jabangwe, and at this time in moment, allow me to recite a quote by Nelson Mandela. He said in one of his speeches, "It is not beyond our imaginations to create a nation where children have access to good education." Those who think that are little-minded, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, it is impossible to develop our nation unless the children are educated. Ladies and gentlemen, as Zororo-Phumulani, that's why we have decided to take this initiative to educate our children in a different way by giving them laptops, ladies and gentlemen. I here am a testimony. I am a student intern at Zororo-Phumulani and studying risk management and insurance. And I am learning every day, and I'm still to learn more through Zororo-Phumulani. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, let us work together to build the nation. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I can't say.
Zororo-Phumulani for president. Oh, I love your energy. Come, let's give her another round of applause. It sounds like when you start speaking, everyone will listen to you, Zororo-Phumulani. That was so beautifully spoken and spoke from the heart as well. We're going to break for lunch now. Our lunch is a buffet-style lunch. We've got 2 stations that are outside on the left-hand, out through the doors here on my left-hand side as you come through. I will guide you as to which tables will go first, and then we'll get to our stations. We've got 2 stations, so we should really be done within the next 30 minutes so that we can move swiftly into our next part of the program. Good afternoon, everybody, as we break for lunch. This is the Zororo-Phumulani laptop giveaway in 2020. Back from lunch. Was lunch delicious? It was too nice, eh? That other beef with the cheese in the middle that looked like maybe it could be a bit of fat, then it wasn't, then it starts melting in your mouth, and then suddenly it's jazz, and then before you know it, it's rock and roll in your mouth, and then you put that chicken in there, and then it's suddenly R&B. Huh? Come, let's give it up to the chef. I can see he's seeing us there. Let's give it up to the chef. Thank you, chef. Thank you so much. He's even giving us a thumbs up. Thanks, chef. That was delicious. That was nice. Have you ever been to an event though where there's food and you know exactly what the food is? Have you ever been to one of those events or a restaurant and it looks really good, but you just don't know what you are eating? And it has a very complicated name. They'll bring you this thing, it's very small, and you say, what is this? And they say, it's a condosomo de hozua. Oh. Say, what do you have it in? You have it with applesauce and tartar sauce. Have you been to one of those places? I've been before, but usually I would wait for everyone else to eat and then look at their faces, and if their reaction is a pleasant one, then I dig in. But if it doesn't look all right on the faces of the people, I know. Or also, one of my favorite things to happen that happens to all of us is when you're sitting with a group of people at a table, and then you take a bite of something, and you don't actually enjoy it, but you can't exactly, so you have to act like, very good, who made this? But in your mouth, it's not jazz, it's not R&B, and it is not music at all. But I'm glad you all enjoyed lunch, and I want us to get really closer to that time where we're giving away the laptops. I sat with a couple of students from Durban. Are you here, the guys from Durban? Make some noise. I sat with the guys from Durban, and they came with their lecturer as well, who I thought also is a student, but I was like, my gosh, lecturers are not this hot when I was in college. So, ma'am, you are looking good, ma'am. I'll go back to college just for you, ma'am. I'll come out with a beautiful degree. So welcome to the guys from Durban. It's lovely to have you here in Joburg. As we move on to our next part of our program, I'd like to invite onto the stage Mr. Brian Makunike once again, who's going to introduce our next speaker this afternoon. Please, let's give him a round of applause as he comes back.
Oh, thank you, Leroy. I'd ask Leroy to do it, but I think he keeps wanting me to come up here. But we're following protocol anyway. I want to introduce my boss, the visionary of Zororo-Phumulani. One thing people may not know is that Zororo-Phumulani was started in 2012 by one man, and then he recruited friends because he couldn't pay them a salary. Then he promised them that this thing, when it succeeds, we are going to succeed together. So in the process, some stuck with him, some fell by the wayside. I'm one of those ones who by grace joined when it was already about to succeed. God is good. So Mr. Edwin Anderson started Zororo-Phumulani. He went through a journey that is maybe when he writes his book, I'm going to urge you to read it because it was a painful journey. A journey where he had to sell his car, stop everything else that he was doing, and then concentrated on it. Got betrayed along the process, stuck to the vision, but here we are now, because he never forgot that you always need to help someone. I think this is what that made God made him to succeed. I want to welcome Mr. Edwin Anderson, our CEO.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Makuneke, when he starts speaking, sometimes we wish he just finishes. I think it's something that is in the family, because I've met some few Makunekes. They can speak. I think it's a talent from Tare. But as he was speaking, he talks about a book. There's a preliminary book called The DNA of an Entrepreneur. It should be out and it should be ready for launch on my birthday, the 4th of June. So if you want a present to give to me, may buy my book on the 4th of June. Yeah, I share a journey that I've traveled as an entrepreneur, but nevertheless, representative of the Honorable Minister, Dr. Blaine Zimande, represented today by Mr. Michael Adendorf, His Excellency Ambassador David Tamadziripi, Consular General of Zimbabwe, Madam Chaurura, members of government present, bishops and pastors present, members of the media, colleagues, students, and clients. Welcome to the 3rd Zororo-Phumulani laptop handover ceremony. 3 years ago, we were inspired to make a difference in our community through education. We thought of assisting Zimbabwean students who have passed matric and have been admitted into university. We decided to choose 20 Zimbabweans from our clients, and we gave them laptops. The next year, we decided to double the number and also extend 20 of the laptops to South African students who had done very well. This was also inspired by the Fees Must Fall movement. We decided to make a difference in a way we could to help our students. In 2020, we are proud to announce that we are giving 80 of laptops today. Actually, I think it's 81 because the first beneficiary we've already given. It is a Zimbabwean lady who passed matric and she was all over the media and she needed assistance and she was the first recipient to receive a laptop. Why are we doing this? As a company, we believe so much in youth development and empowerment. There is no better way to do this but through education and sport. We know by donating these laptops, it will not take away every problem students will face at university, but it will definitely reduce pressure that comes with studying at a higher level. To the recipients that are here today, I urge you to utilize this tool and pass with flying colors. Our dream as a company is one day to be able to offer bursaries and have a Zororo-Phumulani Foundation, which will be responsible for bringing some of the best minds, especially from disadvantaged backgrounds, to be the next doctors, accountants, engineers, scientists, who will turn the fortunes of Africa to position it as global leader in development and leadership. These two dreams have and will continue to be realized, thankfully, by the clients who are our #1 supporter, who each and every day continue to pay their premiums. We salute you. We are happy to tell you that your money is not going, we are happy to tell you that your money is not being put to waste, and it's also contributing to the youth development and empowerment of our two beloved nations, Zimbabwe and South Africa. As I come to conclusion, I would like to challenge other companies, especially the so-called big names, to empower our youth, especially by supporting them in education and sport. And I can assure you, the world would be a different place, especially my beloved Africa. I thank you.
Come, let's give another round of applause, please, to our CEO. Sir, you look so smart. You look so smart. I'm so glad you dressed like a CEO. You know, sometimes a CEO walks past and you're like, that must be the CEO. But there's also those other tricky CEOs that wear shorts and T-shirts and you're like, who's this guy? The cleaner. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I think your story is phenomenal, just from the way Mr. Brian also started touching on it. I'm going to buy your book, and I'll take a picture and post it. So I'm looking forward to the 4th of June. Please do buy the book so you can also get inspired. What a wonderful story that I'm looking forward to reading there. Next up, it gives me great pleasure. It was such an honor. I met this lady very quickly by the door. We walked in together. It was such a lovely little quick chat. You know when you feel like you've met those two aunts. You know those two aunts that you can go to with every problem and they won't judge you. They'll be like, ozamtanam, uyamwana wangu, Chico. Anything you can go to those two aunts. Do you know those two aunts? Does anyone have those two aunts? If you don't, I'm going to find one for you, okay? So please help me to welcome onto stage the Consulate General, Mrs. Chiwarura. Please let's give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon to you all. It is my honor this afternoon to welcome to the podium His Excellency Ambassador David Hamadziripi. Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you very much, MC. You are indeed making these proceedings very lively. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon to you all. Thank you. Look, I believe we are at an occasion which is full of joy. And certainly the atmosphere is not just from the decoration of the room, but the atmosphere comes from the energy that we give. Mr. MC, you are doing a very good job, but I don't know whether I should do something else also to bring that energy. Now, Mr. Anderson, the Chief Executive Officer of Zororo-Phumulani, our guest of honor, Mr. Michael Adendorf, the Consul General, Mrs. Chaurura, matriculants, parents who are here, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to address you this afternoon at this joyful occasion where we are gathered to celebrate and acknowledge the outstanding achievements of our young people. I want to thank the two principal protagonists who have brought us here today. First, the recipients of the laptops who, through their diligence and outstanding performance, merited this recognition. Second, Zororo-Phumulani, of course, which for the 3rd year running is demonstrating its generosity and exemplary good corporate citizenship. I wish to commend you, Mr. Anderson, for not only keeping up with this laptop giveaway practice, but also for increasing the number of recipients. It is my hope, and I join you in this, it is my hope that we will witness a similar trajectory in the coming years. Your decision to give away laptops is indeed in sync with the realities of our contemporary world, in which technology has become key to virtually all that we do in our daily lives. You are therefore giving these young people the essential tools for their survival and success in this technology-driven world. It is a reality that technology plays a huge role in all facets of our present life. We turn to technology to access information, create and express ourselves, communicate and collaborate and track achievements, and the list is endless. Technology-based devices have therefore changed not only the way we work, but also the way we receive, process, and transmit information. Apart from technology, the other reality in Africa today is what demographers are referring to as the youth bulge, in reference to the predominant composition of the young people in our country's populations. The youth are the present and the future of our countries. The future is built on the present. I think it is very important that we, certainly for me, I believe strongly that the youth is not just the future. The youth is the present, because we cannot have that future if we don't have the present. In equipping these young people in the manner that Zororo, in this manner, you, Mr. Anderson, and your team at Zororo-Phumulani, you are reinforcing the present and preparing for a prosperous future. The old adage that it takes a village to bring up a child is increasingly being weakened by several factors, including the pressures and realities of urbanization and that promote individualism and anonymity. Today's event is giving us a very different and welcome view, a view that reminds me of what the late American author, Mr. James Baldwin, once said, and he said, I quote, "For these are all our children. We profit by or pay for what they become." We profit by or pay for what they become. So we all have a common stake in what our young people will become. It is therefore our duty as responsible global citizens to give the young people the necessary support and assistance towards the realization of their individual and collective dreams. It is imperative that we all continue to give the young generation our shoulders to stand on, so that our aspirations and vision for tomorrow become a reality. And of course, their own aspirations and vision for tomorrow become a reality. May Zororo-Phumulani's example be emulated by many other corporates. I salute you, Mr. Anderson, and your team for this gesture of love and support that you have extended to these deserving recipients. Your gesture will leave an indelible footprint, not only in their lives, but equally in those of their families, their communities, and their countries at large. It is worth noting that through such acts of benevolence, you continue to prove beyond doubt that your organization cares for the development of both current and future generations without consideration of where they are. You have mentioned you have students who have come from Zimbabwe, you have students who have come from other provinces here in South Africa. Your story has thus become an example of promoting unity and harmonious coexistence, not only between the Zimbabwean community in South Africa, but also between Zimbabwean and South African brothers and sisters. We encourage the recipients of the laptops to also carry shoulder high the torch of tolerance, solidarity, and coexistence with fellow human beings. Let me address myself to the beneficiaries, and I'm coming to an end. They had given me 10 minutes to speak, but I thought, nah, for such an occasion, 10 minutes is too long. So I hope I will be below 10 minutes in my remarks. But to the beneficiaries, I want to extend to you my congratulations on your individual academic achievements. I urge you to positively and productively utilize the laptops that have been given to you this afternoon, or that are going to be given to you this afternoon. You are no doubt aware that technology has contributed towards positive developments, but it has also been misused and abused, resulting in negative consequences for many. It is therefore my advice to you to use this gift that has been generously given to you to multiply the force for good and for what is positive. Always remember that, and I quote, "You are because we are." It is my firm belief that the purpose of our lives is only attained when we impact others in a positive way. I hope that you will be inspired to follow the example set by Zororo-Phumulani and continue to spread the seeds of love and care for others. As I conclude, I wish you all, ladies and gentlemen, I wish, ladies and gentlemen, to once again extend my congratulations to all the 81 recipients who are now proud owners of laptops and various prizes. And again, a very big thank you to Zororo-Phumulani for hosting us to yet another successful annual laptop giveaway ceremony. Thank you.
All right. What do you say after that speech?
Thank you so much, sir. So well spoken. I hope in my latter days when I stand up, people will listen to me the way when you speak. I just need to find some more of those big words that you're using and use them right, you know. Thank you so much. Next up is our guest of honor. I met him earlier on in the holding room, and what a nice guy. Have you ever met somebody and you just think to yourself, hey, man, what a nice guy, man. Even if you haven't had one or two, you've had maybe one or two conversations with him, right? And you think, wow, what a nice guy. That's what happened to me. And then I found out his full name. Initially, when he introduced himself to me, I was like, hi, I'm Mike. I was like, hey, Mike, how you doing? He's like, hey, Leroy, how's it? Right? Then I got his full name. And I was like, wow, what a nice name. This guy's got a nice name. You know somebody who sounds like they've got a name, like an action hero name, when they introduce them. You see, my name sounds like an MC. If I come and I say, hi, everybody, my name is Leroy Gopal, you'll be like, okay, come on, I got no actor. Or I know this guy, he's an MC or something. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, when you hear his name, he sounds like an action hero. Like the way they'll introduce like a Sylvester Stallone or somebody, you know, Tom Cruise. So you guys need to help me and welcome our guest of honor like an action hero is coming to the stage. Are you going to do that for me? So we've got to build it up. Is that all right? So coming to the podium, ladies and gentlemen, for the Zororo-Phumulani Laptop 2020 giveaway, please welcome onto the stage the one and only Michael Andendorf.
Wow. First time I've ever been introduced as an action hero. Thank you, Mr. MZ. Leroy, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, Mr. Ambassador, Madam Consul General, and to all the other esteemed guests here gathered this afternoon, and most of all to the young recipients of the laptops to be presented today. What better way to spend a Friday afternoon than at a gathering where young people, today's achievers and tomorrow's frontrunners, are to receive unlooked-for rewards for their hard work and outstanding performance. I imagine they were unlooked for, and that makes it all the more valuable. First, I want to say, at the expense of stating the obvious, that when a private company chooses to channel its corporate social investment rands in the direction of promising young graduates of the schooling system, it is scoring a double triumph. Not only is it redistributing some of its profits in an undeniably worthy direction, but it is also investing significantly in the future of our countries, our societies, and our economies. This is surely an investment that will yield all of us, including the investors, handsome dividends. It'll do so by putting in the right hands, hands that will know how to value and make good use of the investment, the very tools that everyone needs who wants to have a stake in the economy or to make his or her mark in society, no matter what their chosen field or career might be. However, it's not really to the bestowers of these sought-after tools to whom I want to address my few remarks today, but rather to the young recipients of these tools. I'm going to try and keep this short and keep it simple, limiting it to just 4 things to think about that I'd like to leave with you as you go forward in your chosen careers. And I promise not to mention the 4th Industrial Revolution, at least not by name. I was going to make it 4 pieces of advice, but having 3 children of my own and 5 grandchildren, I know that advice doesn't go down well with many young people today. I said things to think about that might help you in your chosen careers. But in truth, for many of you, your chosen career may not last very long. For many of you, it'll be a case of careers that choose you as you find your way through life, because it is well known that these days it is a very small minority that will stick to just one single career path throughout their working lives. Rather, most will change not only the company or organization for which they work, but the very nature of their work. 4, 5, 6, 7 or more times during the 4 or so decades that they are likely to be earning a living or employing others. It's also a widely accepted fact of the world of work today that because of the pace of technological development and change, many of the jobs and fields in which you work have not even been heard of yet by anyone. Just think of the implications of that for your life. The last fact, and it is a fact about today's world of work, is that many of the jobs in which your parents' generation were employed and many of the jobs for which you will be trained and educated will disappear. Partially, in other words, fewer people, not more, will be employed in them, or will disappear altogether within a decade. That's a fact. And these are not only the more obvious ones that one can foresee being mechanized, waiters, and people doing what they call Mac jobs. But as artificial intelligence makes its presence felt in more and more areas of our lives, even sought after and prestigious occupations and professions today are likely to disappear or be performed by robotic devices. Not all of them, but most surprising perhaps of all would be computer programmers in certain fields, or in time to come, their jobs could well end up being automated. Lawyers in some fields, tour guides, all sorts of people that we take for granted today whose positions may not be what they are today in the near future. So my first thought to take away, is to remain open to the world, alert to trends that may be what's sometimes called weak signals of what is to come. Read widely. Don't just look at pictures. And let such reading inform your conversations with friends. And most importantly, try to think of yourself as resilient, as able to bounce back, to pick yourself up from disappointment, and to reinvent yourself. You may surprise yourself where you end up. Many young graduates end up excelling in fields vastly different from the one for which they trained. I think of my own children. The second thing that I'd like to leave with you is is closely related to the first one. It is this: think about preparing yourself for unemployment. The very same factors in the world of work as it is today that I've just been talking about just may mean that the work you have your heart set on is simply not to be had. Let me tell you a little true story of Ayanda. It's not her real name. she, like Rapofadzo, is an intern. No, she was an intern when I first met her. We selected her to assist us with a big statistical task that we had in the Department of Higher Education and Training. It was to develop a statistical predictive model for teacher supply and demand, which is really quite a tricky area. Neither my boss nor myself had any or very little statistical training, and we thought a good idea was to get in an intern who had a good statistical degree behind her. Well, we received over 200 applicants. This is sad. Over 200 applicants for a job that only pays a very small stipend, a few thousand a month. I immediately weeded out most of that 200. We just didn't have time to go through them properly. And I said, let's just go for those with honors degrees. The rest were graduates with bachelor's degrees. But it made sense. There were about 7 or 8 with honors, and in the field of statistics, and we went with those. Well, Ayanda was a very personable, presentable young woman. 5 distinctions in her honors year in statistical subjects, 3 of which I didn't even know myself exactly what they meant. She came from the university, she was a graduate of the University of Limpopo. She knew how to conduct herself in an interview. And with those sorts of attributes, we would think that she had the world at her feet. But she could not get suitable work. So she applied to the department as an intern. I find this truly scary. Today, she is still with the department. She is enrolled now she's enrolling for her 2nd diploma. She found herself in the world of education, so she decided to qualify herself as a teacher. Even had difficulties doing a degree at UNISA because she didn't have a class to teach for her work-integrated learning, but she persisted, and today she's working with us, but guess what? As a senior administrative officer. Not using the gifts for which she was trained and prepared. People, it's a world in which finding work, even for graduates, even for postgraduates, is not an easy place. We have to face that reality, sad though it is. And in Africa, in South Africa particularly, that worldwide notion that education is a ticket to success and a ticket to a better life, unfortunately, is all too often not exactly the truth. Some people have cynically likened it to a lottery, that if you don't take a ticket, you can't succeed. But it's only one ticket that does win the jackpot. It's not quite that bad, but it is a scary world. So what do I mean by preparing yourself for unemployment? It could mean that you need to keep in mind the possibility of becoming an entrepreneur, like Mr. Anderson, like perhaps others in our audience, of looking for a gap, a need that needs to be fulfilled, and starting your own business, small, and building it with a vision. A lot is said about entrepreneurship today, as more and more people start to realize that unemployment is inherent in today's economies, not something that's just bad news for a while and will get better. But it's not for everybody. Not everybody is a Mr. Anderson. So it's not for everyone to start up and sustain a small business. They say many small businesses, 80% of them, only don't survive their very first year of existence. That's another sobering fact. Listen to the Money Show on Radio 702 in South Africa, or Cape Talk on weekday evenings, especially Thursday evenings, when a guy called Pablo Fertides gives his talk, his valuable regular inputs on running small businesses. They're very interesting, but his advice is also sobering. That helps one to get an idea of whether you might have what it takes to be an entrepreneur, those special qualities, or whether you should perhaps choose another path. For instance, the path of simple self-employment. Many people finding fulfillment these days and earning a good living as self-employers who have very few overhead costs, few if any employees to worry about, and make a good living, and sometimes that turns into a small business and turns into a medium-sized business and maybe even into a larger one. But it's not, we can't expect everybody to want to be or even go beyond those aspirations to be an entrepreneur. I think we perhaps putting out some wrong messages if we feel that if we end up making young people feel that they've failed if they don't make it as entrepreneurs. We have to give them other courses. My third thought to share with you concerns your performance in work. Whether you are an employee in a corporate or an organ of government or a manager, over the past few decades, performance has become an important element of work. Government and many businesses have been persuaded of the importance of performance management, targets, performance plans, performance measurement, reports, and reports on reports, and reports on reports of reports become the order of the day. It's too much to go into detail here, but what this has led to is a thing called performativity. And this has rapidly become an epidemic, and I use that metaphor advisedly. An epidemic is normally regarded as pathological, a sickness. Performity is not the same as good performance. Performity is the strongly felt urge to be seen to be performing. And unfortunately, this modern obsession with reporting and targets and performance management sometimes is leading us down that route to confuse achievement with being seen to achieve. Whether you are in a company, whether it is a company that is trying to meet its targets, to appease its shareholders, as a department, or as an individual. Achieving targets may be very different from actually achieving what we need to be achieving. In government, and I think in universities, we're doing so much measuring and reporting these days that we're not getting the job done. I myself did a quick survey of the number of reports I had to write last year. And it came to 53, and I'm not talking about little one-paragraph reports or filling in a form. 53 reports in the year. In the Far East, there's a saying, if you spend all your time measuring the pig will not get fat. And I think that's a saying that we need to take to heart. And there's something else that's a growing tendency in our society that comes with performativity, and that is the box-ticking mentality. If I can tick the box that indicates that the job is done, I've done the job. So much of of the way management is moved in the world today is giving us that message, putting out that signal. So much of what passes for success and achievement in the world of work today is about compliance with targets and performance management indicators, rather than with actually accomplishing real results. And we wonder why projects like the Medupi power station overrun their timeframes by years and overrun their budgets by billions of rand. The fourth and final thought that I want to leave with you is about being humble. Today's popular culture is based on, look at me. See how well I've done. See how well I'm doing. See the car I've just bought. See where I take my holidays. Somehow, I think that we might just need to rethink this look at me selfie culture as we start out in careers. Temptation is great after all. Everyone is doing it. But the fact that so many are doing it does not mean that it is doing us any good. Psychologists have begun to diagnose and treat more and more patients suffering from all manner of health complaints, both physical and mental, related to the stress of constantly trying to stay on top, of keeping up with the Kardashians, of making others jealous of our success. The whole selfie culture is doing that and putting out that message. Perhaps it's time that we do well to listen to the sages who wrote so long ago in China a wonderful book of ageless wisdom called the Tao Te Ching, spelled with a T, Tao Te Ching, but it's pronounced Tao Te Ching. And it's the foundation of the religion, Eastern religion of Taoism, which is not infiltrated, but it's permeated Buddhism and Hinduism, Confucianism, and so on in the East. The Tao Te Ching tells us the wise person does not boast of what he will do, therefore he succeeds. He who boasts of what he has done and what he will do succeeds in nothing. He who is overproud of his work achieves nothing that endures. You are justly proud, young people, of your achievements this afternoon, and who can blame you and who would want to detract from your celebration? But always try to remember, let your works speak for you and define you, not your words. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only heavyweight champion of the mic, Mr. Michael Annendorf. I could do anything with your name, eh? You'll be a boxer, a superhero, an actor. The Republic of the President. You see? Thank you so much, Mr. Michael Annendorf. Very wise words. Young people, I hope you picked out what was for you in there. I got some really good pointers in there. Well, the moment you've all been waiting for has arrived. This is the point where all the young people go, yay! Come on, young people. Am I more excited than you to get these laptops? I think we must just, give them to me first. And then if you want one, you have to be excited enough and then you can get it. Is that a good deal, eh? Yeah? Your smile determines how well you receive your laptop. If you don't smile enough, we'll just give you one key. We'll give you an A, C. And then if you get a really big smile, we'll give you just the battery. But if you're happy enough, we'll give you the whole laptop. All right, so I want to invite some of our VIPs and our guests of honor just to help me congratulate our learners here today as they receive their laptops. So I'd like to invite the CEO back here on stage as well. Just to come and join me on stage so that we can really congratulate these young people. And that is our CEO, Mr. Edwin Anderson. Come, let's give him a round of applause as he comes to join us. I would also like to invite back onto stage Mr. David Hamadziripi, sir. If you can please join me. That is our ambassador of the Zimbabwe, of Zimbabwe to the Republic of South Africa. Come, let's give him also a big round of applause, please. Welcome to you, sir. Back on stage he comes. And then finally, that cool aunt, that very nice mom. If you don't have one, I found one. I can hook you up if you need, but I need just my user, please, only. Don't take bonds. I can help you. Please, let's welcome back onto stage our Consular General. Please, let's give her a round of applause as she comes and joins us here on the stage. Welcome to you, ma'am. So, due to the nature of the environment that we're in, I would just recommend that when you come up here, we can't all shake hands, as you're aware of the environment that we're in now. Ne? I don't want anyone to live here and then they're sneezing outside and be like, but I shook someone's hand on stage. Okay, so if we can, I think we'll just give you your laptop will come from this side here. And as you come, you'll come from this side. You'll just maybe do a little. Can we do that? Nay. Is that all right, sir? So you'll come from this side. You'll come here. Like you're graduating. You'll get your laptop on that side and you'll pause for a picture if I'm right, and then off you go. Is that okay? Is that all right, guys? Wonderful. Hey. All right. Guys, technical team, can I move this? Eh? Okay, cool. All right. Wonderful. I had forgotten to introduce one more person. Right here, guys. You can leave it out. Thank you. All right, lovely. So I'm going to move to the side here so that we give the full vision to those that are important, which is the young people. I forgot one more person. Who do you guys think I forgot? Mr. Michael Annendorf. Come, let's give him a round of applause as he comes to join us as well. Even the chair can't keep him down. That's how excited he is to come back. Thank you so much. Welcome. These are our VIP guests today, and they will be congratulating our young people. So I'm going to call out a number of names, and then I will tell you when we are done with the number of young people that are coming up, so that we hold that applause, and then we give them one big applause at the end of the sections that I'll be reading with. So first, what we're starting off with our 2019 matriculants recipients this afternoon. And they are the following people. Charlotte Moyo. So hold your applause. Hold your applause. So you got to hold your applause until I'm done. So young people, just gather for me on that side as you come. So here comes Charlotte. She's got a big smile that deserves the full laptop. We won't give you the box only. Coming behind Charlotte is Fiona Matereke. Madali, who is absent today, but Madalisto P. Amos is also coming to join us. Derek Makore in absentia. Gamuchirai Sitima in absentia. And Melody Murasiranawa is here this afternoon. Come join us, Melody. Kevin Mineo in absentia. Joel Takunda Jabangwe is here this afternoon. And Lario Manyeruke. Let's give them a round of applause. These are the 2019 matriculant recipients this afternoon. Well done, guys. All right. So, can we do a little group picture with them? Is that all right? I would have loved for you guys to do individual pictures, but since you didn't follow my instructions, it's fine. So now I'm going to put you in a group, you young people. Lovely. All right. Lario, is that them? Awesome. Let's give them a big round of applause, guys. Well done. Congratulations to you. Lovely. There we go. All right. And we move on to our next group of young matriculants this afternoon. Don't forget, guys, no shaking of hands. If you can just do the quick bow there. Those of you that have left and shook hands. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. They're going to be so scared now. It's just a precaution. Please don't be afraid, okay? It's just a precaution. We move on to the next section. Well done. Is that you, Lario? Were you the last one, or are you picking up for someone? You're the last one? You've got such a beautiful voice. I'm the last one. Well done, girl. Well done. Our next recipients are as follows. Portia Mazita Tawanda Matawarira. Hazel Muji in absentia. Tanyaradzwa Sakarombe. Tariro Kabozo. And then also we've got Wisdom Ngube. Amanda Sibanda. Vuyo Lwalwetu Armzini in absentia. Ruvarasheti Tafamombe in absentia. And then we get to Ashley L. Mabaira. Stephen S. Mukumbi, and also Samantha M. Tembo in absentia. Let's give these young people a round of applause as our recipients this afternoon. Well done, guys. All right. So as some of them are receiving here some of their laptops, when they get their laptop, I'd love for them to come here as well, and I want to find out how they got some of these passes, you know. To pass matric these days is not an easy feat. Here she comes. Awesome. Hi there, how are you?
Thank you.
Fantastic. What's your name?
Tanyaradzwa.
Tanyaradzwa. So you finished, you did your matric well last year, is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome stuff. Are you excited about getting a laptop?
Yes, I am.
Is this going to make your life much easier?
Very much easier.
Is it? Have you thought of your password and username?
Not yet.
You can just make your password Leroy Gopal. Ne?
I will.
All right, well done. Congratulations to you. That's really lovely. As they come, these young people, look, I'm actually quite jealous, guys. This didn't happen to me when I was just finishing school. This is really exciting. Hi there, how are you, brother?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fantastic, eh? Hey, you got a big voice. You know, I'm good, and you? I'm good, and you? It's like it's just freshly broken, you know. Come out of the box, Baba. Awesome, what's your name?
Wisdom.
Yeah, you sound very wise. I can see how all the girls are going to go crazy when you introduce yourself. Imagine this young man. Hi, my name is Wisdom. I want to be wiser. Wisdom, congratulations to you. How do you feel about getting a laptop today?
I'm very happy.
You're very happy. Where are you from?
Roundabout in Germiston.
In Germiston. Awesome stuff. Well done, Wisdom. Congratulations to you. We wish you all the best in your future studies. Use that laptop, brother, and get that degree, get that schooling. Educate yourself and empower yourself. Awesome. Hi there, how are you? I'm assuming you didn't finish your matric last year.
Yeah, I was writing 2020.
Were you also writing last year?
It was very difficult.
My goodness. Are you picking up for your on behalf of your child?
Yes, she is unfortunately writing today, or fortunately she's writing today. She said she's writing from 2 until 4:30.
Yes.
So she said, can we come and pick it up for her? But she had requested that if she could, if it was possible, she would get a pink one.
Oh, no problem. We'll sort it out. I'm going to get some spray paint outside. I've got all colors. We'll sort it out quickly. All right, awesome. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Cool. What's your name? I can tell you were like, I'm not leaving the stage until I talk on the mic. Okay, cool. So we'll give you that opportunity. What's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley, welcome. I like you, Ashley. You got that energy. Eh? I can see how you passed.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Where are you from, Ashley?
From Zim, Mashingo, Kadoma.
Yes, of course. You know. Awesome. Come, let's give it up for Ashley. Congratulations to you, Ashley. Well done. All right. So we're going to move on to our next group of recipients this afternoon. Next up, we've got Nokubonga Osarinen. Osarinen, am I correct? I hope so. If I mispronounce your name, forgive me. I'm half Indian. I look Nigerian. I'm originally from Zimbabwe. But I live in South Africa. What? So here we go. Kupakwashe Jimboho. Tinos T Madonye. That sounds like a rapper, you know, like a Mangoma kind of guy. Eni Chugudu. Ruvarashe en Nyamupenge Ndu. And then we've got Mandita Starake. And then also who's in absentia. And then Simosetu Ntombeye Zulu. Ngomane. Tariroti Janje. Please come through and join us right here. Let's give them a big round of applause. These are our latest recipients this afternoon. Awesome stuff. Come through, brother. Let's have a chat with you. Cool, man. Hi there. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Good, man. What's your name?
I'm Tinos.
Tinos. Tinos, you've got a... do you know Mangoma?
No.
You don't know what Mangoma is?
No.
All right, you're too young. It was before your time, eh?
Yeah.
You know the music that goes... Do, 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 do. You know that kind of music?
No.
It's called Mangoma. Say Mangoma.
Mangoma.
Yes, no, but you can't say Mangoma. You got to say Mangoma.
Mangoma.
Yes, come, let's give it up for Tinos. When you live here, you're going to have a new nickname. You're going to be Tinos Mangoma. Well done, Tinos. Congratulations to you. Awesome. Hi there. How are you and what is your name?
My name is Eninyasha.
Aninyasha. Nice to meet you, Annie. And where are you from?
I'm from Zimbabwe.
Awesome stuff. Welcome, eh? Welcome to South Africa.
Thank you.
I hope they let you back home, you know. Are you excited about getting a laptop today?
You're very excited.
All right, awesome. Well done. Congratulations to you. Well done, well done, well done. That's really great. And also, I want to say, you know what, to all the parents that are here, that are coming on behalf of their children, well done, mom. Well done, dad. There's nothing more important to a child than being there for them. Even when they can't make it and you stand in their place. I know maybe you would have been shy as a mom to come up here or as a dad to come up here, but you decided to come like this lady did. Hi there, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I must tell you, your outfit, you were like, today I'm going to show them. You look great, eh? You look really, really beautiful. What is your name and who are you representing?
I am representing Mandita Rake. I'm a mother.
Oh, awesome. How do you feel about her getting a laptop?
I'm feeling quite happy and proud.
Good, and it makes it a bit light for you as well, eh, as a mom, doesn't it?
Definitely.
All right, awesome. Well done. Thank you so much. Come, let's give it up for mom there. Eh? Well done. Thank you so much, ma'am. We move on to our next group of recipients. Our next recipient is Prosper Zingo. And then we've got the following people in absentia. That is Lindelani F. Klaba, Kwanele Ndaba, Bongo Kwake H. Shezi, Samkelo Lata, Amahle Nyawose. Let's give them a round of applause. Some of these people are in absentia, but I do believe Prosper Zingo. Is that you? Awesome. There's Prosper looks like his name. Like, I can't see you like Tinashe or Leroy or Michael Andendorf. No. You're definitely a Prosper. Come, let's give it up for Prosper. who's here this afternoon as a recipient, also getting one of our laptops this afternoon. Well done and congratulations to you. Prosper, how are you, man? Come, let's have a chat. Come, Prosper. Come. Oh, Prosper, you got to come in for the picture. Okay, cool. Get the picture, Prosper. Jump in for the... Oh, so you are here, you guys. Did I call out your names in absentia? But you're here. Okay, lovely. That's cool. How are you, Prosper? Prosper looks like on weekends he's in the gym as well, you know. You're working on the guns there, Prosper. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, man. How was matric last year?
Yeah, it was a bit tough, but yeah.
It was there, but you kicked it.
Yeah.
You killed it. Slapped it in the face. Well done, Prosper. How do you feel about winning a laptop? Getting a laptop today?
I'm so happy.
Have you thought of your username and password?
Not as yet.
A good password will be Michael Annendorf. Come, let's give it up for Prosper. Prosper Zingo. What a guy. Hey, that's Prosper. Hi, you're from Durban. You're one of the students from Durban. Am I correct?
Yes.
Awesome stuff. How does it feel to be in Joburg and getting a laptop today?
Feels great.
You excited?
Yes.
It's making your life easy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I wish I also got one. Listen, if you don't need it, you must just let me know. I've left my email there by the table. I'm just joking. She's looking at me like, no, buddy. I'm going to use mine. All right, let's give the students a round of applause that have won thus far. Congratulations. We'd like to call on our representative from WITS. If you're here this afternoon, please, our representative from WITS. Is that you, ma'am? Just give me a wave if you are. Yes, it is. And she's coming to the stage. Let's give her a round of applause, please. So, as our representative from WITS is coming, to WITS, we are sending off 9 laptops that will be taking through to represent people from WITS there. So thank you so much for coming through as our representative from WITS. That is 9 machines that are off to WITS. And then we've got Mr. Hotwell on behalf of the Daily News, these have already been collected, but we want to mention it also to let you know that Mr. Hotwell, on behalf of the Daily News, has also collected 4 machines as well there. Let's give them a round of applause to Mr. Hotwell on behalf of that. Hi there, how are you?
Good yourself?
Fantastic. How did you end up? Wow, we were meant to be together. Look, our jury is hooking up on the hash like, hey, look at that bango. My watch is like, oh my gosh. What's your name?
Jabulile.
Jabulile. Namnya Jabula. Yay. Jabulile. I hope you live up to your name. Are you a happy person?
All the time.
I always tell people that if I was Zulu, my Zulu name would be Jablan. So, because I'm always happy. So Jablan and Jabulile sisonke. So tell me, how does it feel coming through as a representative to pick up all these machines for the guys at WITS?
It feels good, and I would like to say thank you on behalf of all the students because they had classes, they could not come.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Jabulile. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes on behalf of the students at WITS. We move on to our next representative, which again also is Mr. Hotwell on behalf of Mtsweding FM. Is Mr. Hotwell here? Is that you, Mr. Hotwell? Maybe. This one is a tricky one, you know? 'Cause, you know, that guy does not look like a Hotwell. He looks more like a guy from Shurugwi, you know? Like a Madamombe or... So this is on behalf of Mtsweding FM. Let's give them a round of applause. So, sir, you also stay on stage. Yes, that's correct. So on behalf of Mtsweding FM. And then also to Zimbabwe Doves. 1, 2, 10. We also have 10 machines that go off to Zimbabwe Doves. Let's give them a round of applause. All right. And then next up, we've got the following people as well. That is Muzi Mabena. Muzi Mabena, are you here? Muzi Mabena on his way. Muzi Mabena and also Teboho Mawela. Teboho, are you here? Teboho Mawela. Yes, Teboho Mawela, come on stage, girl. You heard your name. You're still sitting. I'd have jumped and ran. Even if I was not Teboho, I'd have just run. Cool. Stay for the picture, Muzi. Yeah, one for the gram, brother. One for the gram. Awesome. Come, Muzi. Let's have a chat with you. How are you, Muzi?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
How old are you, man?
I'm 19.
19, and you are the same height as me, and I'm like 40 something. How does that feel? You know, because when we were 19, we were like here. You know? We were like short 19-year-olds. Muzi, how does it feel to be getting a laptop today?
Very happy. I'm very happy, very grateful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff, eh? God answers prayers, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, in a way. No, definitely. Always. And where you from?
Pretoria, Mamelodi.
All right. Mamelodi. Nice one. Come, let's give it up for Muzi. Well done. Congratulations to you. And also to Tebogo Mawela there as well. All right. So thank you so much. And I think that is it, eh? Yes. Awesome. Let's give our VIPs a round of applause as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this afternoon here to our representative. You can take I think we need to do a group photo, eh? Can we actually just get everyone back here? Everyone who won, please, everybody, bring your laptop with you. If you're a recipient, quickly, so that I don't have to get the grown-ups to come back on stage. Once we have them standing like this, you know, when you get to this age, your knees can't go up and down too many times, you know. So all our recipients, please come through, come join us, come and join us. Let's get them on stage. Come on. All our lovely recipients this afternoon. What a beaut. Absolutely amazing stuff. Find somewhere where to fit in, ma'am. Moms and dads, this is your chance. Come and take pics. So you can come forward, guys. I think some of you can stand on the floor. Stand on the floor. Can we get you to stand on the floor? Or even sit. It will even be better to sit on the floor. Lovely. Yeah, DJ, give me some of that music in the background there. Bubbling under, something bubbling under. Give me that nice bubbling under. Lovely. Guys, this is the part where you've got to think to yourself, you're on a red carpet and you've just won Best Actress, Best Actor, and everybody wants your picture. I want you to think like that when you take this picture. You've got to think to yourself, this is my time. Hallelujah.
Mamela. I went to Guyana.
Is anybody from Guyana? Guyana in the house? For a second there, I made it sound like I was singing the song, eh?
I said, sing it for me. This is what they said. What's it? Now, ago.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Well done and congratulations to everybody. Let's give all our recipients a big round of applause this evening.
They said to me,
Wonderful. Congratulations to you guys.
you needed to sing it in Venda.
I would like now to call back onto stage to recite some more poetry for us on education. Please let's give Ropafazo Muzemba a big round of applause as she comes back on stage. Ropafazo, come back and bring that big voice of yours back on stage. Here she comes.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 2020. Now a wise man once said, and I quote, If you can't run, walk. If you cannot walk, jog. If you cannot jog, crawl. But whatever you do, make sure that you keep on moving towards your goal. Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude our day, let us not forget today what our father Africa, our own Nelson Mandela, I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, what Nelson Mandela left for us. He said, the power of education extends beyond the development skills we need for economic success. It can contribute to the nation building and reconciliation. Furthermore, education is the best weapon we can use to change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you. We want to thank Zororo for doing a great job. Let us continue again to make the world, the continent, a better place, ladies and gentlemen. With this, we stand proud, undefeated, and we will continue changing the nation. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Ropa Fadzo Muzemba, you little bullet, you. Come, let's give Ropa Fadzo another round of applause. Awesome stuff. I love it. You remind me of back in the day, you know, when poetry was in motion. Lately, poetry has lost its place. But just a second to speak of poetry, and people spoke of poetry with such passion and would deliver any kind of message with good poetic justice. Thank you so much for bringing that love of poetry and just giving us that good word there. Our matriculants and guests, we're going to play you a song, and we've done our beautiful picture. Thank you so much. I think that brings us to the end of our program. If I've missed out anything, let me look at the powers that be. Who's following me? Yes, I'm correct. We also have dessert that's outside the doors. So when you come out to the serving stations to your right, dessert is going to be available there as well. Are you coming to me? Okay, cool. So we've got dessert that is on its way. I think it actually should be outside by the time you get there. All right. Fantastic. So all our matriculants, just after I close our program, all the matriculants, I need you guys to come back on stage because we want to do another group photo with just the matriculants and their parents. And also bring your laptops with you to do the pictures. Then, this is a really cool part. You also get to do an interview because we are streaming live. So you also get to do an interview. This is the part where we're getting you ready for the big world, you know. As you've seen the other CEOs and how the people have spoken on the stage, this is your chance now to get ready because we need to replace these guys at some point. And you young people need to gear yourselves up, ne? I know you can't fathom the thought of thinking like, me now, one day a CEO. Ah, no, man. It's too far. No, it's not. Now is your time. This is why you got these machines, so that you can empower yourself. Because really, you are our future, guys. We want you to start thinking like presidents. Start thinking that you could run a country, not only just a company. You could run a country. One day, imagine they look at you and they'll think back on a day like today and you'll say, you know, I was at a Zororo-Phumulani laptop giveaway in 2020 and that's where I got my first laptop and today I stand here as the president of this republic. Wouldn't that be a beautiful story? Absolutely. So don't think to yourself that the sky is the limit because it isn't. Beyond the sky is another universe. Is so many. The Milky Way is full of other galaxies. And you are the one that can break into that galaxy and set a new example for the generation behind you. Is that all right? So today, please, with the gifts that you've received, make sure that you use them. Make sure that you use them. Some of you were praying this prayer like, God, please, I need something just to help me with my education. And God answered your prayer. He sent these guys and they gave you these laptops. He answered your prayer. Now that God has answered your prayer, it is up to you now to take action and do it and use it. Because God helps those that do what? That help themselves. Don't let your mind go idle now. Don't get caught up with social media and just forget all the work that you need to do on your laptop. Get going with that work. Start writing something. Start creating something with that laptop. build your business. Whatever idea that you may have, others may tell you it's crazy, it's too small, it's wild. No, it's not. Go for it. You can do it. When others tell you you can't do it, you've got to keep telling yourself you can do it. You heard the stories today. How Mr. Anderson had asked a couple of people, come with me, let's run this race. Others fell off the way. Others stuck with him. And look where they are today. You too can get your own team. And you can grab your friends and say, guys, from today onwards, let's build our business. And one day when you're grown up, you'll say, our business is 30 years old. It started 30 years ago in 2020 at a focus room where I received a laptop. Is that all right, young people? Today, your life must never be the same again. Because you've got a toolkit and something and an advantage over other people. There's a child sitting somewhere that's wishing for something that you have right now. And they don't have it. They're not going to get somebody who's going to come to them and say, here's a laptop, get going with your work. They're still going to have to write on a piece of paper. They're still going to have to walk a couple of kilometers to go and print. And try and borrow maybe somebody's laptop. So it means you've got an advantage now. Use that advantage. Don't complain. Don't worry about anything else. Whatever you've got now, use it and the best to your ability. And excel as much as you can. Are you with me, young people? I'm hearing the moms answering. Come on, young people. Are you with me? Let me go to this young man and his big voice. Are you with me, brother?
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm with you. You sound like a young Barry White. Well, those are my words of motivation to you, young people. And that today your life will never be the same again. I was about to do an altar call there, you know. Like if you're not born again, just put your hand. That's because I believe that all things that are good and great come from God. Amen? So today, even when you go back home, go and thank your parents for how far they've brought you. Go and thank God for the goodness that is done in your life. Amen? Because gratitude will take you a long way. Even if you can, find out how you can get an email to these Zororo guys and just drop them a mail, young people, okay? Young people, are you listening to me? Drop them an email just to say thank you so much. Don't just take the laptop and run, okay? Try and find an email. Find out how you can get an email to Mr. Anderson. Find out how you can just somebody from Zororo. Drop them an email and say thank you so much for what you did for us. This is what I'm doing. Or even a year from now, say look what I've done with my laptop. I've managed to do this and I've managed to do that. Okay, that's how we do it, and that's how we get the connections. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. To all our distinguished guests, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We really appreciate you, especially you, Mr. Michael Annand. You're going to be having nightmares of my voice tomorrow morning. You're like, Michael Annand, oh my gosh. Thank you so much to all our guests, to all the parents that came to join us. Thank you so much. To all the young matriculants, well done. To the lecturers that came with the students, thank you so much. And to everybody that's watching us live on Facebook, streaming live, thank you. To our technical team at the back there, thank you. And of course, to everybody from Zororo-Phumulani, we say, Tatenda. Thank you so much, Siyabonga. Good afternoon, everybody. Enjoy yourselves.